Championship bracket, and welcome back to Bravo. We've got UNILAD against FaZe Clan coming up, the first winners bracket round. Team Europe, if anything, coming in, watching this one. We've got Splice on the main stage as well, but for me, this is a big, big game. This is to cement whether UNILAD are the business.
I mean, this is insanity. I mean, 3 European teams guaranteed top 12, and if any of them win their matchup, you get guaranteed top 6. Potential, again, for complete insanity, but of course, UNILAD has to get past FaZe first, which gets off to a very nice start. Replays inside the hill. He's working with a teammate. Alex is trying to come inside, but of course, who's coming on the flank? None other than Zuma, who's able to pick up 2.
Yeah, really good start by FaZe here, picking up all 23 points that have currently been on offer, and they're looking towards the rotation pretty much in their favor as well. Zed is going to start picking up some kills though. That gets 2. Shawnee trades that one out, and the second one from Shawnee comes in. UNILAD do break, and now they're going to make their way to the second hardpoint. Ventilation, it's going to remain theirs though, and they will be very, very close as we move towards the second hardpoint. Questionable colors, I will say. The pink comes out for UNILAD, which is not something we see very often.
It is gorgeous, Ton.
It's beautiful. Either way, replays inside the hardpoint. We've seen them have a good game when they played up against E6 in this game, and replays needs to go toe-to-toe here with Wuskin if he can. I think it's a hard task for him to do, honestly. There's some of my bias speaking in here, but I am favoring UNILAD in this series.
I mean, on the flip side of things, though, like you got to deal with Zuma. You got to deal with Attach. Attach has been incredible as well. Both sides. Players are going to have to step up. This is what separates the men from the boys, and right now it's UNILAD coming out on top. Got to get inside the hill. FaZe is flooding from the front. Priest inside. He's able to find 2. He gets traded. Whoa. Alex with a big 2-piece of his own, and, well, it might just come down to a 1v1. It's going to be replays by himself, but you see he's playing patient, waiting for the team, and, well, might have waited a little bit too long. The nade takes him down. The stuns are in full effect. It's crazy so far, Tom, but UNILAD, they have the lead.
Yeah, there's plenty of time still to play for here as Zuma does break on through. Finds one. Alex does find Priesta, though, and Zuma there to put the grenade in. May just find one. Not going to get much of it, and he may be working on some streaks about halfway there. It's going to try to be disrupted by Zed. His final few have just about been contested, but this is the big gunfight. Shawnee pushing through. Is he going to expect replays to his right? No, he is not. He's going to get taken down either way, so good rotation here by FaZe Clan. UNILAD do have the spawns, though.
The spawn, though, Shawnee, he just spawns literally right behind FaZe. He finds Attach basically in a couple seconds, and Attach is going to spawn right behind him, but Shawnee's actually going to turn around. The question is he going to win the gunfight? He's going to chuck a nade, but the kill feed, nothing but pink on that left side. Attach is going to be by himself. Watson's going on the hunt, and he's going to take him down, so the COD guys helping him out a little bit. Shawnee taking full advantage of the spawn he got, but UNILAD in full control of bunker, trying to run up the score, but the pinch is coming in.
This is important if they can take down replays, so Shawnee takes him down. I do believe Attach is going to try for it. It doesn't seem so. Priesta is going to find 2 in the middle. He's going to find a 3rd inside the hardpoint. Priesta breaks it all on his own. The rest of his team do fall, but UNILAD follow them to the grave as Priesta finds himself 12 and 6 on 4 streak, working on some streaks of his own. Let's see if he can get a hold of some of them. Shawnee taking down Attach. Priesta now looking to try and jiggle. That's what he's looking to do, and they allow him to do it. Gets streaks, gets his 1 and 2 tier. Not quite going to get his fighter pilot, but really good work by Priesta. Smart plays by him. UNILAD still find themselves in the lead, and they got control of office crucially. However, we do see Priesta with streaks.
UNILAD gets taken down, or at least Shawnee does as well. They're in control of the hill, players pushing around the back, but Zed, he's aware of it, find 1. Yes, he gets traded, and Priesta not going to be able to find 2 this time, and, well, those are huge kills on the back end. Of course, that means FaZe is going to have to flood in the front, but they're going to have to go fast because UNILAD, well, the reinforcements are coming in. Zed, he's going to watch the cross, and, well, the reinforcements are able to find just 3. FaZe getting shut down early. UNILAD taking a very nice lead. It's going to be about 50 points.
Really good stuff from UNILAD. Zed going toe-to-toe with Zuma. That's what we want to see from him. If he can keep up with the Italian stallion himself, then UNILAD have got a really good shot in this series. Right now, UNILAD are going to take about a 50-point lead after office, and we're going to go towards smokestacks. Keep in mind, Priesta does have those streaks available, so as we move to the most open hill, they are going to become influential. Let's see if he uses them this time round. UNILAD are actually the first guys there, surprisingly, but here come FaZe. Alex and Wuskin are going to make kills for UNILAD, though. Zed makes another, and so far, it's all good for UNILAD. Pink lights up the kill feed, and Priesta's going to have to drop that artillery. Zed does find 1. Alex finds another. Alex has been such a standout for me for UNILAD because I just didn't expect them to perform this well on such a big stage already.
The man came out of nowhere. I think he's got like 1,500 Twitter followers, but he's making his presence known absolutely. Still, though, FaZe, they're trying to bounce back in it. UNILAD in control of the hill. Priest is trying to surge forward, and again, we've seen a couple times this game, Priest picks up a huge 2 or 3 piece, but not this time. He does get shut down. Now you got Wuskins in prime position. Man's on a 4 streak, and they're just going to feed him kills, walk around the corner. Someone for UNILAD is going to get him. And this game, it's spiraling out of control, and with kills like that, you can understand why. This is a huge lead. I wanted to be competitive, but they are just blowing FaZe out of the water.
It's been very impressive so far from UNILAD. After the first rotation, we're going to see about a 90-point lead for the UK boys yet. If they can continue this, FaZe are going to struggle. They really are. The slaying power-wise, let's have a look towards the top right. Replays is letting it down, let's be honest. 8-14 right now. Wuskin is momentarily winning that battle, 13-10 away for him. And I've seen Replays play well with the bar on this map, but right now he's just not at the races. He's just been cleaned up by SMGs all over the place. He needs to get himself in better positions, but here we go, back into the second rotation. It is going to be UNILAD momentarily in control. Attach is going to take down Zed, and it's only Alex in the position to maybe do something about this, but UNILAD crucially do have decided spawn that they do want.
They got to maintain it though. Priest is trying to do some damage. He's going to pick up 2 on the backside, and well, you talked about having the good side of spawns. Now they're just out. Priest is going to be hunting down this kill. Zed though, with the nade actually of all things, is going to be able to clean him up. So Zed's job right now, just stay alive at all costs. Replays though inside the hill. Doesn't have many kills, but those 2 are going to buy him, well, just a couple more seconds, and helps keep FaZe with those close spawns. But this is where FaZe, this is their opportunity to turn this game around. They're down by about 50 points, but they have the hold early. UNILAD, the last time around, they broke it instantly.
They did it. What I don't like there is that Zed challenges from inside that hill. I think he should they probably don't know he's there. Let's be honest with you. Zed does win an important gunfight on the changeover though, but he gives his position away, gets taken down, and suddenly FaZe did have control. Now UNILAD are going to be able to push in 150 to 100 FaZe. Have reduced the deficit, but here come the kills for them as well. Wuskin is the only one that can answer back from Zuma and attack. Zuma still in there. The Italian stallion lightened up the Europeans. Tap finds 3 there. Really good stuff from him. 23-19, and UNILAD are going to have to come again. Here we go. Replays. Lining him up, stepping up his game just that little bit. Alex is there for the taking as well. Zuma there to help as well. And Zuma's going to be working on some streaks surely soon. Picking up a lot of kills and surely a lot of points. Priestess still does have that glide bomb as well, but Zuma is starting to fry, and FaZe Clan are starting to get back into this game.
Gonna see if they can bounce back though. So obviously they were down by 50 coming in. They have a pretty solid hold on operations bunker. But now again, this is UNILAD's opportunity to kind of put the foot on the throat. If they can lock this hill down for anywhere near full 60, then they would just blow it wide open. So again, for FaZe, the pressure is on. They're gonna invest the glide bomb to try and break on through. You got 2 players over by office. Attach is gonna find 1, but the man calling in the glide bomb is gonna kill his teammate. He's gonna go for the hunt. Luckily for them, the spawn is relatively close, but not the best streak usage we've seen.
And we see FaZe spawning over towards the office side though, so they'll take that, and they get a couple of kills inside the hard point as well. It's only looking like Wuskin's the last guy to try and do something here. He should be pinched. Surely he should be dead. He is going to get taken down, but it's going to give time for the rest of UNILAD to follow suit. Zed finds 2. He may just find a 3rd, and Priester as well. Doesn't need to, as Shawnee helps him out with that one. But looking towards office, it is going to be FaZe Clan with the side that they want. Saying that, UNILAD are actually going to spawn out, and it's going to help them. If they can keep a hold of this scrap time as well, it'll be massive for UNILAD. Replays trying to hold this down, and does so. And they get a hold of the scrap time. 4 men dead. Really good wipe by FaZe Clan, but UNILAD have kept that lead of about 40 points.
Well, this is huge as well. This is the Zuma. This is prime position. He wants to push out as far as possible, and he dies on the opposite side of the map. Look where he spawns, right back next to the hill, so he can be in the face of his opponent once again, and he's picking up kills already. And UNILAD, they got to get past Zuma 2-3 times just before they get to the hill, because again, they kill him, and Zuma, well, this time he spawns out. This is where UNILAD needs to attack the backside. Completely wide open. They've locked down the spawns, but that's step 1. Step 2, getting the break.
Yeah, they need to try and pinch him, because the thing is, FaZe spawned up, and then they can watch the cross now. Shawnee is completely out of it. He can't really do anything here. So it all comes from the back. Attach finds 1. Is he going to find the 2nd? He may not need to, because his teammates have all fallen down. And UNILAD are going to get the scrap here, and they will maintain around that 40-point lead that they've had for the rest of the game. If they can keep a hold of this point, Zuma's going to have another go at it, though. Here we go for 15 seconds. This could be important. Needs to stay alive here as if he can, and it should be traded out. It does get traded out by Shawnee. UNILAD have rotated quite nice and early, but they're going to hit the 200-point mark as we move over towards smokestacks. It's about a 35-point game. Pretty close here, chance.
Alex gets taken down, Wuskins in the back, the pressure is on, and the kills get traded back and forth, but, well, FaZe, they have a vague early control. Zuma's going to clean up that final kill, but he's by himself. The teammate support is not in, and this is like the 3rd or 4th hill we've seen that's kind of just a 50-50. It's just up in there. Who's going to get it? It comes down to the gunfights. Wuskins going to find the first. Alex looking for the next, but FaZe is in control of the hill, but for what? The next 3 seconds, and then it's contested It's a wild game so far. No clear-cut winners, but UNILAD, they're trying. They've had to lead the whole game, 30 points at the moment.
Yeah, it's really good stuff from UNILAD. They start setting up on smokestacks here, and they got a lot of time on this hill last time round, and they may get some more as 3 men go down, make that 4. Really good stuff from Wuskin in the middle of the map. Let's take a look to the top right corner. 20 in, 23 from him. Zed is having a fantastic game at 32 and 34. Priester and Zuma are playing pretty well, and they aren't going to get nearly a complete break there, but the final 15 seconds will go over towards UNILAD from smokestacks. They will be about 15 points away by the time we go to this third rotation, and Alex is starting to heat up in the middle of the map. Finds 2 is going to get taken down by replays. And here we go, FaZe Clan are set up in ventilation.
And they're going to have to just have a near perfect hold. Even just contest time is going to be beneficial for UNILAD. A rotation is going to be great for them. FaZe have to be damn near perfect to make the comeback in this game. But the way UNILAD's been shooting, you don't expect it to change. Alex finds 2. They storm on through. He's going to find a 3rd, letting it ride. And where do you go? The pinch is going to be there, kind of, but you got to win too many gunfights. Wuskin's inside the hill. They got this stack. They need 5 more points. FaZe is nowhere near. And UNILAD in game number 1, dominating their opponent with a clean 70-point victory. That's a hell of a way to start the winner's bracket.
A very, very impressive way for UNILAD to start this series. Really good stuff from them. Priester and Zuma tried their hardest, let's be honest. The SMGs and the Flex is doing well on that side of things, but in terms of AR, you know, Attached did okay, but replays couldn't keep up, I feel, and it really did not help his team. FaZe take the first dagger. UNILAD take the first map. That is going to be 1-0. We'll be back with map number 2 just after this. Welcome back to CWL Anaheim. We're into the business end of the tournament now. We're getting there into the championship bracket. Pool play is done. We are through to where heroes are made, if you like. You know, UNILAD have found themselves up 1-0 now against FaZe Clan. We're going into map number 2, which is going to be Search and Destroy and Undead.
I will say, the most recent series FaZe played, I think it might have been against Ghost Gaming. Well, they lost the first hard point, and then they bounced back in the S&D and kind of had a dominating performance. So FaZe, they're going to need to do the exact same thing. I think UNILAD is just way too good to find yourself down 2-0 against. I think the way UNILAD has been playing has been fantastic. Off the break, though, you see that bomb leaning towards the A site. Shawnee, though, through the smoke, through the void, whatever it was, finds the first blood. Priest, though, able to trade it out.
And I like your point about, you know, FaZe Clan losing their first map when they played against, was it Ghost or was it E6? Ghost?
I don't know.
Anyway, either way, the first map that they did lose was actually Valkyrie. So, obviously, that's not something that FaZe are astounding at. UNILAD, obviously, knowing that that's actually their pick. This is FaZe Clan's pick, and I expect them to cause issues here on this map. However, UNILAD aren't going to find the first round.
Yeah,
Zed final kill.
And the interesting thing is, it might have just been a miscommunication or mistimed smoke, whatever it was, but Zuma getting picked on the first blood, it shouldn't happen if you've got smoke over by the A site. So, you know, potentially just something unfortunate happening for him. But UNILAD, the momentum continuing, going up 1-0. Now they're going to be back on the offensive side of things. And not sure if they'll pull anything too crazy on the bag. We see 2 SDGs and 2 PPSHs, so pretty standard stuff. And once again, Bomb leaning towards that A site.
Zed pushing this way with his team, and smokes and grenades are out. Shawnee may actually find a kill on the replays if he's not careful, and Zed's aggression is going to pay off. He gets inside the cabin, and now that's going to be bad news for Priester, who gets taken down as well. UNILAD are firing on every single cylinder here. 4 versus 2 in their favor. Itachi and Zuma have to retake A.
And it's damn near impossible
so
on this side, especially in a 2v4. Even with even man odds, it's just so difficult to get past. Shawnee's watching cabin cut, which is where both FaZe players are stacked in. Zuma's trying to get inside, but you got 2 players. Well, make it at least one of the 2 are going to be looking at that door. Attach finds a pick, but again, there's just way too many players to get past. He can't cross into cabin. He doesn't have time to work with, and I think Attach is kind of accepting the situation, looking for a pick on Wuskin. Better AR, though, Wuskin. He has been on point all of Anaheim, all of the Pro League, and he finds that kill on Attach. But that is 2 rounds in a row where the offensive team has looked for a smoke strat over towards A, and obviously UNILAD was much more successful.
I think the aggression is paid off for UNILAD, especially in that second round. Zed, by the time replays, is already looking over from cabin cut. He's there. Zed is already there. UNILAD 2-0 up. And that's the thing about this team. I was speaking to Blaze before about it, and I know I'm harping on about UNILAD, but they really have seen a resurgence. Nobody really expected them to be this good, me included. Like, I'll be honest, look, I give Phil some jip for it because he was saying, UNILAD will finish 7th in their thing, and I remember speaking to the pros, and they said, no, UNILAD are a really good team, and I sort of thought, okay, they'll be decent. I think they'll be top 5 maybe in the Pro League. They have come out as one of the top 8 teams in the world at the moment.
Still, though, I mean, if they end up losing here to FaZe, they might end up placing top 12.
That's
so
very true.
They got to make sure they close because you see the immediate bounce back. Replays finds the first blood. Zuma's going to follow him up, and just like that, you got the 4v2 in favor of FaZe, trying to gather their way back into this. And of course, you're trying to figure out how do you retake a 2v4 over on the B bomb site. Well, you pretty much don't. You have to pray for just someone for FaZe to overcommit. You essentially need a prayer, and I don't think FaZe is a team to make that kind of mistake.
No, and it looks as if Wuskin and Alex want to save where they're at on their score streaks right now. Alex at 3-0, and I think he's, what, 250 off, so not too far. I understand it, but you're also going to give points over towards FaZe Clan. Saying that, there's only a couple of kills being made. Who actually got the bomb plant down, so that would have been Priester. So he will find himself at about 300 or so. So really good stuff by FaZe. They are going to lock that site down. The bomb goes down too, and I like the decision from UNILAD in the end. It's a hard retake.
Yeah, it's always a delicate decision. Obviously, you're giving up a lot of points to Priester, who's also going to be working towards those streaks. So basically in balance with Alex. But again, 2v4, you can't really retake. It's an impossible situation. But a very nice bounce back round. Again, the offensive execution has been, well, good 2 out of 3 times we've seen so far, 1 for each team. And UNILAD, now the question is, do they go back to the same old smoke shot over towards A? Do they mix things up, play aggressive mid map? Who knows what they're going to do? Please take the bomb, though. That is important to have, and Alex is going to get that. So I imagine they're going to slow play A simply to try to play for picks. So if they get the bomb down, that's going to be huge.
They're trying to pick replays every single time. Priester's going to get aggressive and get taken down by Alex in the cave. They're going to be able to push forward. Now Zuma in mid map, though, is going to cause problems as is Attach, and suddenly it turns into a round. This kind of could potentially win. What the hell is that from Shawnee? He just lines them up and gets the Yahtzee. 3-1 to UNILAD. How the hell has he got that?
The question is, does he get both of these kills or just one? No, he
only
only gets one.
Okay, sorry. I thought it looked like he lined them up.
It helped, but that's huge because, again, Alex got the first blood that round. He was already getting close to streaks, which means he found 2. So Alex, I don't know if he has the glide bomb, but he's going to be pretty damn close. And again, now it's a situation, well, okay, so he needs one more kill. He needs an assist. Get a tack out. Get a nade out. Anything to help. Or if FaZe ends up planting the bomb, Alex, if he plays his life, he can be the guy to get that infused. But UNILAD 3-1 lead. They just need round wins. You don't need the streaks. Just win the round, honestly.
Looking good for UNILAD once again. Found themselves in the lead throughout the series already. They really have been in the driving seat here. against the Stage 1 champions in FaZe, who we know if they can flick the switch here, FaZe, it'll be looking good for them. But Shawnee wins another gunfight. Zuma and Priester go down, and Attach is just going to fall to Shawnee. This open area is belonging to him right now. It is Ardennes Forest, and it is Shawnee's Forest, and Wuskin, I know why he's waiting.
He's feeding kills to Alex. You see Alex is coming through Dome, and yeah, perfect.
So
Absolutely perfect.
I love that.
They're going to get streaks off that for Alex. And Shawnee himself, obviously, he just got a 3-piece for his team over by Cabin. He is also on a 5 streak. This, I mean, it's not game over. Again, FaZe can bounce back, but this is just catastrophic. This is just UNILAD giving them the hands.
They really are. The UNILAD looking very, very strong here. And this is for top 6. What a placement that would be for UNILAD. Even if they stop there, and I'm not going to speak too far because they're still in this series, FaZe Clan. This is still neck and neck between these two guys. It really could change at any moment. However, the way UNILAD are playing right now, they are a scary, scary opposition for anybody.
Well, dodging some nades, get the coordination to try and do some damage to Attach. And you got Wuskins actually on the cross. Might be able to find Zuma. Trades are going in back and forth. Shawnee's going to find a 6th kill. Him and Zed do fall. I don't know if Shawnee got streaks off of that, but of course Alex still has his. He got a 2v2. Those players are both out in the open. You hear the glide bomb getting called in, and you hear UNILAD going up 5-1. I don't know if the play call was drag everyone over towards this B site, get him in the open, and then kill him with the glide bomb, but that's how it played out, and it was done to perfection.
UNILAD looking so strong in this search and destroy. 5-1 up now. The Europeans cruising through this game against FaZe, let's be honest. Alex is 7-0, Shawnee 7-4, Wuskin and Zed putting up 3 kills apiece and looking strong, and 2 of 5 across the board for FaZe. We don't think Shawnee got the streaks. Can we just check? Did we see? I don't think he did. No, he didn't. Okay. So that's something positive for FaZe, although that's pretty much it. Zuma pushes forward and Zed just destroys him. He pulls his pants down, if anything. Pre-step pushing through the middle of the map, looking for the kill if he can. Shawnee putting the bullets in, and this has been all UNILAD. It really has. They've looked so strong throughout. Shawnee's going to find Priester. Replays is going to answer back, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Suddenly, Replays is left in a 1 versus 3. They're 5-1 down. They're a map down as well. FaZe Clan are looking like they may be heading in the loser's bracket at this rate. UNILAD are going to close it out in emphatic fashion. 6-1. They are 2 up in the series.
We haven't had time to breathe. I was getting all hyped for this series. I wanted to bring the energy. We had a solid map 1, but at a certain point, it seemed like UNILAD just kind of flipped the switch over by smokestacks. And since that hill, UNILAD has just been dominating. I think the first round for FaZe, you could say maybe they made a mistake, maybe a poor time smoked or someone getting picked off. But outside of like maybe a small mistake, it is UNILAD just destroying Alex with the perfect KD, 8 kills, 0 deaths. Shawnee again at some point went on a 6 spree, I think it was. Those two played out of their minds. That is just, that's a damn game. That's 2-0.
It's so good from UNILAD. Any European fans that are still up at 3:45 in the morning, this is what you want to see. Maybe not what we're seeing on Alpha, because Splice are getting beat 2-0 by Rights, but on Bravo right now, UNILAD are looking pretty good against FaZe Clan. We'll see map number 3 after this quick commercial break. Welcome back to the Bravo stream here at CWL Anaheim, the crown jewel in all of our open events this year, the final one. And the only other big event that we got is really Champs. Of course, we do have Season 2 playoffs, but for all you guys who want to come and watch, these events are been phenomenal. They have been phenomenal all year long. I tell you who else is looking phenomenal right now, UNILAD. Looking so good against FaZe Clan.
Here's what I'll say, though. FaZe, the first match that they had in Anaheim was against United. They found themselves down 2-0. They were getting the breaks just beat off of them. And then the CTF, they turned things around and completed the reverse sweep. This has been their bread and butter game mode all year. If FaZe wants to get back into it, well, obviously this is where they have to start. But this is where they've proven they're capable of turning things around.
Absolutely, but if UNILAD play how they have been playing the first two maps, this is over. This may well be over. If FaZe do not step up, UNILAD have been really just giving them the hands. They have done. After the first rotation of Hardpoint, where it was relatively close, it has been all UNILAD. Convincing Hardpoint win in the end in a very, very one-sided S&D 6-1 it was to UNILAD. It's on this map as well, so let's see if they can carry on with the Ardent Forest dominance. Saying a really good start by FaZe Clan. They are going to push forward. 3 men do go down and they get some map control.
Well, pressure's on. You see FaZe, 2 players cutting over through ice, and well, they're just waiting for kills, but they're going to be pushing through Dome, and Tatch is going to be there waiting for him. But yeah, this is the opportunity to make the move. Priest can go. He's got replays behind him. That's 3 down. Wuskins finds 1. He's looking for the second, but that flag is out. That flag is gone. And the spawn is up at Cabin, so the nade is going to slow him down. It's not going to be enough to get the stop, but you see Zuma. He actually doesn't make the perfect read. He rotates back to Dome, and the flag got dropped. That means the clearance for the flag to get pulled on the other side. It's going to come down to a 1v1. So yes, that flag is gone. 50-50 though. The cutoff is there for mid-map. It's going to be Zuma. It comes down to 1v1. Shawnee's going to have to go huge. He's in the corner. Zuma's going to try and snap it. Shawnee's gone. Another player is going to be chasing him down. The support is in. Shawnee goes huge. We got ourselves a stalemate.
Really good stuff by UNILAD to get that back. It looked almost like a guaranteed flag from FaZe, but good stuff from UNILAD to try and get that one away, and they do, and they force the stalemate. However, UNILAD are the team that want to be pressing on this side. They are on what you would call the more beneficial side, and they can't really do anything if it's a stalemate. Zed somehow gets 2 kills in the middle of the map, and it's going to open the door for an opportunity for UNILAD to push forward, but UNILAD, Wuskin's never going to win that gunfight in the middle of useless there. Zuma takes him down and may well move forward to try and get this flag back. And so a bit of a lull in the action as these teams are just going to be fighting for map control, but how huge was that nade from Wuskins? Because when he stops the flag, obviously it slows the flag pull down, but more importantly, Zuma, instead of wrapping back to protect his zone, just kind of doubles back. Meanwhile, Alex on the attack. He's managed to get through. He kills the flag carrier, going for the dive. Replays turns, but he's not fast enough. And just like that, a player gets through the defensive force of FaZe. And yes, the kills are going the way of Red, but not good enough. Dead now going for the rally cap, coming in the back. And again, replay shuts him down. It's good, but not good enough. UNILAD up 1-0. They should not be 1-up, really. Should they? I mean, FaZe looked really, really good for that flag cap. And they should be able to pull this one away, but the overextension is going to come in. And look, this is all Wuskin. He nearly finds 3. Attaches there to answer back, but now UNILAD can just overextend and go for the flag pull themselves. They're going to send a couple people back to try and do something about it, and they're going to be able to. Zed does take down the Tatch, but let's go with the flag carrier, Shawnee. See what he can do. Are they going to get the shots in? Yes, they are, but now the flag is gone in the middle of no man's land, and Shawnee is landing shots, and Wuskin is following up with some of his own. That's going to be 2-0. This is looking good for UNILAD. A really good start by FaZe, it seemed, but UNILAD counter every single time. 2-0, the minute and 45 remaining on the first half. I mean, it's got you can't in a stalemate let someone get through like that. No, it's unacceptable. I don't know how it happened. You'd have to go back and rewatch, but the fact of the matter is that it did happen. And we've seen UNILAD. It's not even FaZe that have been making mistakes in this series. UNILAD has just been better, and now FaZe is making mistakes like that. UNILAD obviously have taken full advantage. Wuskin's going for the flag pool, and Priest is not even there in time. You're going for the prayer nade over top. It doesn't even connect, doesn't hit him. You can't slow the man down unless you pull a bullet in his brain, but the relay is going to be there for Shawnee. This is going to be a 3-0 lead, and this is looking like it's going to be a 3-0 series. UNILAD are looking so strong. 3-0 up now with a minute to go. They're 2-0 up in the series. They are literally minutes away from booking themselves a place in the winners bracket semi-final. Phenomenal series out of them so far. And what do you think is just so good about this UNILAD squad? Because for me, I think you look at every single player, and every single one of them, as Alex goes back, gets his streaks, which is even more crucial for UNILAD as we go into the second half in about 35 seconds. For me, it's that every single map, a different player has the potential to go off.
That's fair.
It's one of the points. They've got others that makes them good.
That's absolutely completely fair. And this is something that, like, it's not hard-hitting analysis. This is more of like a gut check for myself. But obviously, you can see with Alex the way he's shooting, the individual talent is there, but they just seem like a very well-oiled machine of a team. Like, in my opinion, I wouldn't say that they have individual talent carrying them. They're just great together. FaZe, though, they're trying to get one last-ditch effort on the flag. I don't know if they're going to be successful. UNILAD just all guns up in their base. Pluskins finds 2, give him a 3rd, and that return comes in. But just to touch on the point, if you trust my analytical skills at all, it's just they're an amazing team. Like, even teams at the top don't have, like, that great of teamwork. Like, the Optic Gaming of old, you would say that they are just amazing individual players. It's the opposite story for the boys on UNILAD. Although, again, not to discredit their individual skill at all. They definitely have both, but we'll see how far they can go. Again, looking great in this series. If they win this, guaranteed top 6, and that is just massive, honestly. It really is for them.
It'd be a great result, and it's just to see how far they've come in such a short space of time. This is better than any result they got with Scraps, which is bizarre. It really, really is.
No
with Moose and Scraps, the so-called best player in Europe, I think he probably is, or definitely one of the top 3.
Could you imagine a grand finals between 2 European teams?
Don't do it to me. Don't do this, okay? Because my head can't comprehend. Okay.
That'd be insane.
Imagine, right? Somebody on Reddit put this up as replays may well get a flag away here.
God bomb.
Okay, maybe not. Either way, somebody put it on Reddit. Could you imagine Anaheim finals, round 11, map 5, second series between Wuskin and Scraps in a 1v1 for that? Imagine if that happened.
And again, like the viability of that, it's not impossible. It really isn't. So like, most likely scenario, because Rise is up 2-0 right now, it's looking like it's going to be UNILAD versus Rise again. Bar any insane comebacks by Splice or an insane comeback by FaZe. So obviously that's the real test for UNILAD of what are you actually made of. But it's mildly feasible because Red Reserve is going to be looking fantastic as well. So that could be a winner's final. Who knows? Again, we're just getting ahead of ourselves here. Back towards the game. Alex is on a 5 streak. Wuskins is continuing the destruction, leading the lobby with 15 kills. But FaZe, they simply just do not have an answer.
They've blown them out of the water. They really have. 3.5 minutes to go on this one, and FaZe don't look likely. They pulled the flag away there, but now because UNILAD have looked so good on that first side, they've got the streaks. It's just so easy for them. Alex is working on more streaks. He's on a 5 streak. Although, I mean, he could still be going at this point, let's be honest. But no, shots into Z are good from Priester, but Wuskin's going to be there to clean that one up very, very easily. Wuskin finds a 3rd. Give me the 4th as well. Talk about the better twin. Wuskin has got something to say about that. 4 kills in a row for him, and he's making it look easy against FaZe Clan.
Wuskins is a badass, man. That's it. He just goes for the challenge right away with the pistol. Zero fear in that man's heart. I'd love to see it. I mean, thinking back to IW, like it seemed like he was the better twin in that game. Wuskins was taking a lot of glory. Scraps got all the glory this year, but now he's fighting back. Again, 2-story teams. I'm just genuinely happy for Europe. Like, again, they have 3 teams guaranteed top 12. It's looking like they're going to have at least 1 team guaranteed top 6. And again, you have to imagine Red Reserve is a team that can definitely go the distance. So a lot of Call of Duty left to be played, and 2.5 minutes left in this one. But at this point, it's just showcasing UNILAD.
It really is, and they've been so strong. I mean, Shoney's 8-12 at this point. Look at, I mean, everybody on FaZe Clan isn't putting up bad numbers. UNILAD have just made the right plays at the right time, and FaZe Clan are going to throw everything on the kitchen sink at this one now. 3-0 down. Streaks are available for Alex as well. Zuma should be able to get away with this one, but Wuskin is there to just about clean things up, and they will survive this one. Rise Nation answering back for America on the Alpha stream by the looks of things. They're about to take that one 3-0 as well. Splice going to go down into the losers bracket of that. But either way, UNILAD with a minute and 50 seconds remaining. Just need to play this one out for a 3-0 victory. Shawnee finds a 2nd inside a bunker onto Zuma. He does have replays lingering out on the outside to try and take him down, but Shawnee again is being... they all just seem to be revelations. Okay, Zed and Alex are new into this team, but Wuskin and Shawnee just seem to have grown into their roles so much more now that Scraps is left.
And the thing for Shawnee, I think, is really just the bar. Like, you put him on any other map, he doesn't look great, but that's where his teammates massively step up. Then you throw on a bar map, and it becomes the Shawnee show. So again, they all have their moments as a team. Individually, collectively, they've been fantastic. And this is a game I think you could even go back and rewatch this for a learning point of, like, how close things could be in certain situations. But Wuskins hits that Hail Mary nade over in Dome, slows down that flag. Zuma wraps back, and then it turns into that stalemate, and then just one player slips through, and then all of a sudden it just spirals out of control. FaZe, they're going for some last-ditch efforts, but they're just going to have to sprint back and forth across the map. And, well, I know FaZe is great at going through artilleries, but I don't think it's going to happen today.
No, I don't. And this is a flag every 15 seconds they need now. It is impossible at this point. FaZe Clan are not going to be able to get it done. They will not be able to find 3 flags. They will not be able to find a map in this series. UNILAD have been straight lights out throughout this. The first map was relatively close after the first rotation, but UNILAD took over. The second map on Ardennes S&D was just classic S&D from UNILAD. They won it at every single point that they needed to. The defenses were strong. The attacks were possibly stronger. Alex went massive with the kill streaks left, right, and center. The CTF has been an absolute masterclass from UNILAD. It comes down to the small moments, but they make those moments theirs. FaZe Clan now have got nothing to do in this series but take the L. UNILAD advance through. They are top 6 here at CWL Anaheim and take the series 3-0 against FaZe Clan.
That guaranteed top 6, that is a sweet sound, a sweet, sweet sound. These guys have been grinding all year for these opportunities, and they still got more to play. But, I mean, who slows them down? Like, who do they face off against? They got Rise, so maybe Rise slows them down, but if they play like this, I mean, they can take it to them. Rise has obviously been fantastic, but they haven't looked completely unbeatable.
They haven't looked flawless, have they?
It'll be a hell of a match to watch. It'll be interesting to see if UNILAD can keep it up. Again, just hats off. You just got to tip your cap to them. They played out of their minds.
Yep, UNILAD take the series against FaZe Clan 3-0 in one of the better performances that we've seen from them, and that's saying something. They looked so strong against the Season 1 champions. They look like champions themselves. Nelly, UNILAD looking good here on Bravo. We've got another game coming up after this. I do believe it's going to be Red Reserve against Echo Fox. So European fans, stick here at Bravo. We'll be back after this quick commercial break.